So yesterday we were discussing about this. All we have finished the feature file, first feature file, and then so how to write this step definition files. So to write the step definition files, so we have a easy way. To convert, or otherwise manually, if you want to learn how to write them, you can use this scenarios concept. Okay. Okay, how to use the, so one more TD Gherkin tool is there, the plugin. You can use that plugin for the Chrome and you can install it. So then you can just copy paste this, automatically the Gherkin code will be generated for you. That means step definition file will be generated for you automatically. You don't need to. Then you can write the code inside the methods. So for the given what Gherkin code you have to write, all this you can develop that. Okay. Let me show you how to generate that Gherkin code. So you can just go to Google, just have this, okay, google.com, TD Gherkin, just type TD Gherkin for Chrome, TD Gherkin for Chrome. Okay, just TD Gherkin, you can just open this. So if it is not there, just launch it. So this is the easiest way to generate the Gherkin code for step definition files. So launch the app and give here your code, whatever the code you want to. This is the one I want to generate the Gherkin code, right? So where is this TD Gherkin? Just copy paste here. So select the Java steps. See, you will get the pattern automatically. That's this entire code you copy paste in your thing, and that will help you to write very quickly your Gherkin code steps. That's a step definition file. Then we'll write the code in between that. Is this clear? Can you do quickly one, at least one, so that it will be easy for you to understand that. So once you are done, let me know, I'll move on. If you are not doing also, let me know and move on so that we won't waste time.
Done, Ramesh.
Okay. So then once you are done, you just need to copy this code and paste it in your class. So the class name we have to create under a step_def. Just go and create the class under step_def. You have to just follow the naming conventions, whatever you have. I'm just following here. I'll just copy paste this. Yeah. Sorry. I don't want to. Just copy it. Okay. That is the latest one. February. Yeah, that is the latest one. Just copy. We'll have here also one copy. Paste it. So you just need to paste that. So this entire code, see, same code, it is there in the Gherkin also. See, provide valid endpoint for fetch all users. This is also same, right? That's it. Same. Only the code I added here. This code won't be there. The structure it will give you. The structure given. See, this given step is in the feature file. Here. This one. As it is, I copied. And it is generating for us the Gherkin format. So that is how you can check that.
Like in the step definition, we need to create the class of.
Yeah, class, you just create a class. Just create a class, get API test. Okay. Just create a class, get API test. This is the class name, get API test, extends test base. So I'm extending the test base class.
Okay.
Okay. So see that each step I'm explaining here. So can you compare here one by one step? This is the first step. It came here. So the same, this step name is our method name. So here, what is the precondition? So you're setting the base URL, RestAssured.base URI, read property value, the base URL. Base URL you are reading from the config.properties file. So here config.properties file, we have a base URL. This key I am giving, the value will get automatically. Same we did for the base path, like a service endpoint URL. After base URL, what is the next endpoint URL? That is I am setting with the base path variable in this RestAssured class. So these are the base URI and base path are the variables in the RestAssured class. RestAssured class, these are the variables, and you are assigning this value for this base URI. You are assigning this value for the base path. Okay. Now, second step. What is the second step? When send the request to the server. So I'm writing when. So when @C, every Gherkin keyword before there is a symbol. When bracket send the request to the server. Send the request to the server. You can send the request. So with the server, and that server will check. So when you send, say, send the request to the server method, same step name is your method name. So response, RestAssured dot given. Given what it will do? Precondition, right? All the preconditional steps you can add. The preconditional steps are, so you can do the preconditional steps. So like this. So given, so what we need to, what we are giving in the postman in the given beginning, before clicking on send button, we are setting the headers, right? First we set this base URL and request URL. Then what we'll set? We'll set the headers, right?
Yes.
If there is a post method, body will be there. Body is okay, no more now. This is a get call. So that's the thing we are doing. That is what I'm doing here. See that. So rest assured dot given below I am giving dot header accept application JSON header a content type application JSON query param page 2 and dot when. So when you call the get method. So see the get method, the get call, this get call I'm giving. When you send the get call for this this data, okay, with this URL, and then you're expecting a response content type this one, and extract the response, and this response is returning this response object. So you got the responses in the when method. Now then you validate. So validate the response status code 200. So that's what the step, right? That is what the step we have here. I validate the response status code 200. See that? Then I validate. See, I before the caret symbol, beginning and end dollar symbol. So that means your step beginning caret symbol will be there. Your step end dollar symbol will be there. And see that int response code equal to response object dot get status code method will give you the status code value. So this is the one it will store here. Assertions dot assert equals this value and equal to 200 MU. I'm hard coding here. So I'm hard coding my expected value. That's a simple test case. Any questions here?
So what is the reason for using that caret symbol and the dollar symbol?
So that is telling the starting point of your, it is starting, your step starts from there and your step ends there. That's an indication. So always a dollar ends with, right? Caret symbol starts with it. It will tell you. I already explained in the CSS explanation time. Did you remember?
Okay, got it. Yes.
So that's the indications that those symbols.
Okay.
Okay. Next one, second scenario. See that second scenario. Go to feature file here. This is the one. Just copy this entire thing. Okay. Copy this entire thing. Go to TD Gherkin and paste it here. And see, automatically it will generate. See that? Can you see here wherever parameters are there? So it is generating parameters, page numbers, status code, and email. So email is in the, this is the format it is giving. So you have a string, but this is not a string, this is numbers, okay? These are the numbers, you have to change it to integer, this one. Okay, this copy, we are getting the prototype. You modify how you want, right? How you want, you modify it. So I'll copy and paste there, and same code is available here. For those steps, see. So given, why I'm not writing a given already there, same. So given is similar, almost similar. You can see that. Provide valid endpoint to fetch all users. We already have here. If it is already there, you don't need to write again. So that's the advantage of this. And when these are all done, then when send the request to the server with the page number. See, this dot plus means any integer numbers it will represent. Int page number. Sir, we got here string, but how you change it? I change it to normal. This is the int. Your parameter name you give. This parameter name will get the data from feature file. Will get the data from feature file. That we are going to do that. Any questions there? And again, same procedure. RestAssured dot given dot header accept application JSON header content type application JSON query parameters is. See here I hard coded right here. The query parameter 2 I am giving, but here I am not hard coding. I am giving the parameter name. Then when get call, then you extract the response. That's what your when method is giving. Now then I verify the response status code. So this value is coming from here. And the page numbers also coming from here. That's the input for your verifications from feature file. Then assertions dot assert equals response code and this response status code from the feature file. Both are going to, this is the actual response code. This one is expected response code. Are we good?
So here, like, why the method names are like, splitted with underscores?
It's up to you how you want to write, but
Okay.
BDD will follow that format.
Oh, okay.
So Java methods, how you write, it's up to you. But this
Okay.
format also, it will, you can write it. And so just separating each word between.
So like without that underscore also we can write,
Yes,
correct?
you can write.
Okay. So here
Like
like
you can change the name also, method name.
okay. So here we don't need to follow the camel case.
You can follow.
Okay. Anything is fine. Okay.
So this why we are keeping same is you will understand the method name also step name. So that you will understand which step this method belongs to which step.
Okay.
You can easily track, right? If you
Yeah,
give
correct.
name, it's a difficult to track.
Got it, Ramesh. Yes.
Okay. Now, so then I verify the first user record having email as a, this is the string format. So this will check email ID from feature file and you get now, I'm getting from response. What is the string actual email ID equal to response dot path. So response dot path is a method. Response dot path data of 0 dot email. You remember data of 0 we have executed. So get all users. This one only, right? This one data of 0 dot email. The same path I have given. So that's the path method. Path method inside you are giving the complete path. Path of this email. Okay. Then assertions. You have test-ng assertions dot assert equals or jnet, right? This is the jnet, sorry. This is the jnet assertions. Actual mail ID and this parameter. The parameter is coming from page, the feature file. Okay. So any questions?
So for email, like the first line, like the end you are writing, right? Like a string. So is that the format that is given, like the last thing?
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one, so you any parameters you have that within double quotes. So that is giving double quotes, it is giving as it is. And that is a backslash means you are escaping. So escape character if you use that, it will treat as a, so that double quotes as it is. Then, and this is all regular expressions. So this regular expression, it will, all the characters and symbols it will recognize. So that is what this complete regular expression format. So if you don't understand, just don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay.
This is giving automatically regular expressions is a bit complex to understand them.
Okay.
Okay. So
but like once we give it in there, like we'll get that right in the table.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is you have in this right here, this one. It is getting this parameter there.
Okay.
That's instead of they're writing the hard coding, they're putting in the regular expressions.
Okay.
So I'm asserting that one. Then next one. So next this scenario is done. Next this scenario. Get API to list a single user. Single user we are fetching. See again, given. Why it is now we are writing given? The statement is different than previous one. That's why we're writing a given. Again, you have to set base URI and base path. Then when send the request to the server to fetch a single user. So response equal to RestAssured dot given. Headers you are passing. See, I'm not passing here query parameters. For single user, you don't need. For single user, you don't need the query parameters, right? Just follow the structure, okay?
Okay.
See here, you don't need a query parameter.
Okay, only 2 is there. Okay.
Yeah. So this one is giving till here. Okay. And now remaining, I need to write, right? This part I didn't write. So this part I am going to write here. When get /2, then content type application JSON extract response. So whatever pending after this base URL and base path, the remaining thing you have to write in the when part, the method name and remaining part you give here. Okay, whatever left there. Is this clear?
Yes, Ramesh. Okay.
Okay. Now, next, then I validate the single user response status code 200. So it's just same as a top one, just hard coding here. Okay, no change. Now the next one is important. I verify the response body fields. You can see here. Here we have written. So I verify the response body fields. So this data I'm using data table concept. Data table concept we are using. See that how we are using. See public void, I verify the response body fields, data table, the parameter name. The DT data type is a data table. So now you need to get this data, this entire data into collection. How can you get that? So list of string expected data equal to dt dot as list. So dt dot as list. So dt dot as list method you can use. Okay. So dt dot as list method. See, as lists we are giving. Instead of list, we are giving as lists. So as lists we are giving. So that as list method, what will it will return a list of list. It will return list of list. Okay. Okay, so list of list means entire data. Why list of list is? You can write a number of rows also, but number of columns are there. That's why it's a list of list. So this is the first list is a row, second list is column data. So now you are fetching everything that data table data and storing here. So now you need to get each data, expected ID. So this is the ID, right? This ID. This ID you need to get. How you can get that? So integer dot parse int expected data, the collection dot get of 0. So this is the get of 0. So how can you say this? First row, first column. That's what this get of 0 or get of. Then you got expected ID. So I'm printing that. Then string expected email. Expected data dot get of 0 dot get of 1. That means first row, second column. Same way, first name. Expected data dot get of 0 dot get of 2. First row, so third column. Expected data first row, fourth column. So like that you got all the values from your feature file using data table concept. So then you asset, now you get the actual value. Actual value you need to get from response, right? Int actual ID equal to response dot path data dot ID. It will give you integer value. Then you asset assertion dot asset equals actual ID expected ID. Both you write that. And string actual email response dot path data dot email. So assertions dot asset equals actual email and expected email. Both you can compare it. Same way, response dot path data dot first underscore name. This one. So this one. These values. Data dot email ID first name last name. So that's a response. You are getting actual values and comparing with the expected values with the assertion kind. Any questions?
No, sir. Good, Ramesh.
Okay. Next, last one. This one. Provide valid endpoint to single user not found. So this is also again data table concept. I want to show multiple columns, single column. What is the difference? Please catch this. Again, the procedure is same. Given provide valid endpoint to single user not found. You're setting the username, the base URL and base path, and sending the request. So single user not found request, what is that? See that extra, the /23, you need to send it. So that you are sending here. That's what you are sending here. Because remaining base URL, service endpoint, remaining thing I am giving the when keyword. That's it. Then you are getting the response. Now I will validate the single user not found response. Again, data table concept we are using. If you write like this, it's a data table concept. If you write like this, step below in the pipe symbols, that's a data table concept. So see, can you observe here and here? Let me minimize that. Okay. I want to show here. Okay. So can you see now? Okay. List of string expected data equal to data table dot as list. But what is here? Data table dot as list, but list of list here. Please catch this difference. Are you clear?
Okay.
So why it is only list of string expected data? Because it has only one row, one column. That is the reason. Okay. So then int expected status code equal to integer dot parse int expected data dot get of 0 assertions dot assert equals response dot get status code and then expected status code, both you are comparing. That's it. Clear?
Okay, Ramesh.
Yeah. Now let's move on to the next feature file. That's a get call. And so you practice same for the Postman APIs, you practice same way. Then you'll get some idea. If you're facing problem, we can connect, okay? So, but practice, try it out. That will help you. So the next one is, you just copy from here, okay? This one. So create a next one, post API, request post API dot feature. So just create the feature file, right click on the features, new file, just give this, click on finish. So then add all that content, just go inside. So copy this and add this content. That's it. See now here, feature, request post API feature. Scenario 1, scenario outline. I'm doing data-driven testing here with the scenario outline. With the scenario outline, we are doing a data-driven testing. So request post API to create user scenario. So given provide a valid endpoint to create user. When I send the request to the server with request body, this is the important. You are giving a request body. Then I validate the create user response status code 201 data table. This is the data table. And validate the create user response body fields. So whatever you are giving in the request body, I'm going to validate with the response body fields. That's a one simple test case we have created. Then scenario outline request post API to create more users. Because of the data-driven testing, right? Scenario outline means a data-driven testing. Given provide valid endpoint to create user. I don't need to create this step 2 times. One time if you develop the method, that's enough. Second time when I send the request to the server with the request body as C parameterizing. So what are the parameters are there? We have name and job. 2 parameters are there. So that I am giving a name and job values here. And then I validate the create user response status code as a 201. So same here also similar. And validate the create user response body fields. So these are the similar steps. You don't need to develop again and again. One time if you develop, that's good enough. It will repeat for automatically for all the iterations. So let's go and see that. So how to generate this? So Gherkin code, copy, paste in the TD Gherkin. So automatically it will generate. This is the TD Gherkin code. Just copy paste in the file. Just create a file under step definitions, post API test. So create the post API test. Post API test. Here you need to send the request body, right? That's important here. So you can see here. See, you're passing the base URL and request URL. Then you're passing the headers. You're passing the body. This is a very important. How you can set this body? You can send the JSON data many ways. Like, you can send through JSON file, or you can send in the CSV file, you can parameterize and you can give it also here. But automation, how you can supply that? That's in the Postman, you can do that. But automation, how you can do that? So that's what we are doing here. See that? So for that, you have to use a JSON object class. Create object for that JSON object. Response object, you define new JSON object. So provide valid endpoint to create user. Provide valid endpoint to create user. So now, see that when I send the request to the server with the request body, see this an object dot put method you have to use. Put method you will give key and value, right? Key is the field name in your request body, and value you can give whatever you want. JSON object dot put job and value. So response RestAssured dot given this headers, and also in the given only we have to give the request body also, right? So that's what I'm doing. Dot body method is there. JSON object dot toString method. This is the main thing, how you are supplying a data request body data to your method. See post method we are using. So here base URL and base path is enough to send the post method. So there is no remaining no URL. That's why I'm not passing here anything. So if you observe here, the create user, so nothing is there after the users. So that's why we don't need to send anything in this post method. Post method we are using a without parameters method. Then get the response. Once you get the response, you validate it. So this is a data table concept again, and list of string expected data equal to data dot as list method. Data dot as list method. So data dot as list method, you can use it. Okay, so